There are many personalities, but I like using two for the sake of time, all right? Maybe in another forum we can discuss more about personality. So now, what is personality, first of all? Personality is your character, traits, and behavior. Personality is your character, traits, and behavior. Public and private alone. Yes? When you are alone, will define who you are and what kind of personality you have. So your character, traits, and behavior give us. Now God has gifted us with two main personalities. We have people we call introverts. Can you say introverts? Introverts. These are people who don't talk much. And this is how they are. They are self-reflecting. They do one thing at a time. And introverts, they can't do two things at the same time. In fact, when you try to tell them to do multiple things, they get confused, okay? They don't like interruptions. When they're doing something, they don't like interruptions. They focus in the internal world. They like reflecting about themselves and their thoughts and what is going on inside them. They reflect on their thoughts so much. Before they say something, they have really reflected on it, and this person can just tell you one word. You can tell them so many words, then they just reply with, okay. And that's it. Have you met such people? Probably your fathers, isn't it? So, Jeremy, what have you decided about careers? You see, Dad, you explain yourself. And he walks away. You have an introvert, Dad. But when it comes to doing things, they do, isn't it? They may not show up, but they do things for you. Those are introverts. Then they are intuitive. They are feeling. They are perceiving. They like perceiving things fast. They may rarely talk in a crowd. They don't have a lot of friends. In fact, most of them walk alone, or they just have one friend. And when they discover one friend who they connect with, you can't separate them from that person. They become best friends. So, Rafika Tene Ken. That's the only one. Are we together? Now, these people who are introverts, they are extremely intelligent. They have very high IQs. And these are the best brains behind big companies because they are called strategists. They are thinkers. They do research. Now, I'll give you a few professions for introverts. If you are somebody of that nature, you can be an editor. Because editing, you don't talk. You just look for information and you try to separate it to get the best out of that information. In journalism, we have people who are called editors. We have sub-editors, an editor, and a chief editor. These people don't talk much, but the other reporters, they bring all their news, they give the editor. The editor scans through, and they are the ones who post the news. Are we together? That the news you see these people reading on TV, it has been done by editors. Researchers. Introverts can be good researchers. You can be a scientific researcher. You can be a researcher in the humanities. You do what we call data analysis. You go out, you give questionnaires, people collect, then you analyze that data and you come up with solutions in certain areas. But if you want to be a researcher, you should be willing to read books and advance your studies. These people can be good scientists. But these people should be the ones going to do industrial chemistry, physics, as Bachelor of Science something. These people can be good engineers, they can be architects, they can be designers. You see, an architect, you can tell them you want a plan of a house. An architect will tell you, give me 2 months, and I'll give a good architect, all right? This person needs many hours alone in a room to draw that house. And once they finish, they tell you want a 3D dimension? Yes. They make it, they come and show you, here is your house. This is how your house will be. An extrovert cannot do that. They don't have the patience to sit so many hours. Are you saying? If you want to pursue medicine, somehow you need to be an introvert, because even in the university, I went to the University of Nairobi, by the way. If you go to Chiromo, and Kenyatta National Hospital. Those students don't have time. They don't have time. They are not, we who are doing education. We were the noisemakers. We go, we are carrying tweets. Medical students, nowhere. They are in the labs, they are doing practicals, and that is their life. So you choose a career by analyzing your personality. So that I'm choosing this career. I want to be a technician. I want to be in IT. What does it entail? Are we together? The other personality is the extroverts. Oh, these ones, they are outgoing. When they are somewhere, you will notice them. They put on those bright colors. Like there's a girl on my campus, she plates yellow piece and white piece on her head. Extreme extroverts. They talk a lot. When you're in high school, a teacher will ask a question. Introverts, and in extroverts, they're what? They're raising their hand. They sit in front. They are the noisemakers. They're on the noise-making lists every day. Those are extroverts. Drama, they are number one. They sing on top of their. Who will talk on parade? They are before people. They are talking. These are extremely good people because they are sociable. Okay, they are sociable, and they are also intelligent. Now, what are some of the careers extroverts can pursue? And before I give their careers, maybe I can elaborate more. They are outgoing, they like crowds, they focus on the outside world, they speak their thoughts. Are you seeing? They are judging. I'm sure when I was walking in here, an extrovert, I saw her somewhere. That's an extrovert. Are we together? So what are some of the careers? You can do acting, you can be a musician, you can be a news anchor, you can be a journalist, a news reporter. You can do comedy. I've seen some people do comedy if they went to school. You can be a great leader, like our MCA, because these people are endowed with leadership skills. Because when you want to be a leader, you need to have power in mobilizing people. Are we together? Yes. So you can make a great leader. You can address people. You can direct people. So you choose career. You can be in charge of people. These are the human resource officers. These are the procurement officers that we need today. Because you mobilize people, you care about others, and you are able to offer solutions in your area. So that is part number 2 for my talk. Now, are you able to know your personality? Yes? You've understood who you are? Yes. Yes, that is the information I didn't want to divulge so much. So I summarized them into introverts and extroverts. Right? Yes. So that I'm glad you know about that. You can read more about that, or we can provide information later. Number 3. Now we know our identity. We somehow know our personality. Now let's choose the career. Let's choose the career. Now I want to talk about career evaluation and career analysis. I've already defined what is the career. I've said it is your purpose, the purpose you are born to do. As possible. I've seen very successful people, when they give their life story, they say, from when I was young, I knew this is what I wanted to do. Isn't it? Someone tells you, from when I was young, I wanted to be a leader. From when I was young, I wanted to be a judge. Choose a career because it will give us a lot of money. And if that is the direction you're taking, I would like you to change. We don't choose careers because that career, people are making money. Yesterday I was with someone in that meeting and he said his son did Form 4. He saw that his brother was a doctor and he was making good money. He was living in a good house. He decided to do medicine. So he went, he did medicine for 2 years, he dropped out. He said that's not my thing. I've heard of a student who went to the University of Nairobi, did architecture for 5 years, because architecture you need how many years? 5 years. After that, he brought the certificate at home, gave the father, told him, now I want to pursue my passion. He's a fashion designer. He designs male clothes. If he designs a suit, you look at it and you say, my goodness, who did this? An architect, he left. And so this would have been what you would have studied from way back. So we don't choose careers because of money. Another mistake we make with the passion that you have, and you say, in this area, I want to offer a solution in this manner. And that is where you get the daily. Successful careers are not about choosing, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, and then you reach there, you cannot do it, or maybe you never got the grade to take you there. But there's something you can do in your life that will cause you to break the ceiling and you become the best person in the area that you're. So we don't choose careers because of money, we choose career because we are passionate about it. And I discovered when you're passionate about something, it gives you money. It will always give you money. Why? Because you're passionate and you're always thinking about it and you're always thinking of how to better it. And that is how you make money out of your career. If you look at some of the teachers we have in high school, there are those teachers you would prefer to go to, isn't it? Those ones they were called to be teachers. At 6, he has arrived in school. Whether it's raining, shining, then there's another one who will show up at 10 a.m. and say, you know, my child, you know, and give story, isn't it? So we even in those teaching professions, there are people who are passionate and those who are not. Now ask yourself the following questions when you're choosing a career. What am I passionate about? That when I wake you up in the middle of the night, you tell me, I want to be a sound engineer. I say, I just want to do sound engineer. I want to do radiology. I want to be an urban planner. I want to be a human resource officer. I want to do IT. Are we together? So think what you're passionate about. And when you're thinking about it, you cannot think about it in the crowd. This is something you meditate on in your own time and in your own free time. Number 3. Please know, as you're choosing a career, you have unlimited career opportunities in the world. We have unlimited career opportunities. If somebody who did English literature cannot get a job in Kenya, Rwanda is looking for you. Are you with me? Congo is looking for you. America is looking for you. You know, it is so sad. Someone was telling me that the person went and did computer science and he's the driver. And you have a degree in computer science. What are you doing? Driving someone when you have a degree in computer science, which is earning people millions of shillings today. Are you with me? So know there are unlimited career opportunities and you can practice anywhere in this world. When I finished my postgraduate studies at the University of Nairobi, I realized, I said, I don't want to work with the TSC. I want, because I was passionate about teaching in a higher institution of learning, in a university. I said, if I'm to do teaching, then it has to be in a university. My first job was in Zanzibar, Tanzania. I went there. I got employed in a university. And I taught there with my master's for several years. Then I got bored. I said, I'm going back home. I came back. I looked around, I decided, let me just go to, because I have BA, isn't it? So let me go and do teaching. I did teaching 5 years. But when I was doing teaching, I knew it is temporary. Even the principal of the school was telling me, you are just temporary. You are not supposed to be here. And within no time, God gave me an appointment where I am. I got that appointment not because I knew people. It was by God's design. So no, you have unlimited opportunities. Something else, don't choose a career blindly or on impulse, or it's because your friend also is choosing that career. Everybody is different. You cannot be friends and you're choosing the same the same career. There has to be a disparity. Now, there are 4 areas we consider in career choice. According to the Kenyan system, the KCSE results places you where to go in college, isn't it? And Dr. talked about it. I don't want to dwell on it so much. We have languages, mathematics, science, humanities, arts, and technology. You know where you went to school. You know the grade that you attained. Now, so what can we do? We look at the results. Our youngsters have failed to know that they are living in a generation of innovators. Myself, you need to understand this. Myself, I'm a millennial. You've heard of millennials? People born in between 78, 80s, up to around 88, 89. Those people are called millennials. Now, we millennials are thought to be very intelligent. We like flagship projects. Millennials like buying land, building, constructing. Millennials, they multitask. You see, like me, I'm a lecturer, I'm here giving a talk. From here, I have some research I'm doing. From here, I don't know, I'll be in a conference, I don't know in which month. So we are like that. And when we are doing those things, we are earning our living and we are advancing ourselves. That is the characteristics of millennials. Are we together? Now, you guys are called Generation Z. Generation Z, these are children who are born with technology. I know you've had, I don't know why people have a negative attitude with this generation. I wish people knew, the society knew, these are the best guys we have. And if we change our minds about them, these are the future. These are the people. Now, you guys, this is your anointing. And this one, God gave me this secret. That you guys are innovators and creators. Hey, you're not even happy about that. You guys have been endowed with intelligence because God, every generation that comes, God releases something for that generation. Are we together? He releases something. What my uncles did in the 60s is not what I'm doing today. And I don't think like them. The generation of my mother will call it baby boomers. They are Akina Raila. Baby boomers, 1946, from 39, 46, there up to 50s. That generation is called baby boomers. Baby boomers think like this. They think of an ideology. These people, they were classy. This is the generation where we had high class, middle class, and low class. You are here in a meeting in a Mercedes. Everybody will just be doing this. Hey, Mercedes. But today, Generation Z, you'll come with an Alto, Toyota Alto, but you have and nobody knows about it. But for baby boomers, Mercedes, we are on a person. So they believed in that. Are you seeing? They believed in revolutions. That's why Raila is revolutionary. They believe in revolutions. Changing. These colonialists, they just came from the colonialists. Colonialists were bad. Colonialists were not good. So what do? We can be on our own. So they are creating something new. Unajua tumepita hiyo era sasa. We are in a different time zone. So here we don't know about, I don't know, colonialist independence, that is history. So when a Generation Z has this phone, Mr. Nolo, when I went to Safaricom, I told them I want a phone. They said, oh, we have Samsung, we have Techno, kuna ingine inaitwa Oppo, isn't it? Hey, madam, don't take Samsung, take Oppo. It has more space for photos, for music, for videos. I told them, no, I want Samsung. I believe Samsung is good. But these guys, they can even buy item, Techno, kuna kingine kamekuja juzi, Redmi, isn't it? They will buy that one. Why? Because it has more space for photos, for videos, because they want to be on YouTube to record themselves and share information. So for them, as Samsung is expensive, it's not valuable. but with me it's valuable because I can have more video space. That's how they think. The generation C. So you people are supposed to be innovators. How do you innovate? I cannot be a cobbler. I have passion about repairing things, but the age of kukaa na kiuzi na tuvitu unashona watu unapata 10 bob is not good. So a cobbler in this age will open a shop, buy machines, and begin designing shoes. Are you getting me? You design what? Shoes. Na unasema Jeremy label, and we buy your shoes. That is what you're supposed to do. Are you getting that clearly? If you choose a career in medicine, you're supposed to discover the shortest way you can make a diagnosis so that a patient does not die of heart attack. Are you with me? So if you want to be a biomedical engineer, you should innovate. You should think of innovation. You should give us apps. I'm talking about software engineers. You provide an app that can track water ecosystems in Vihiga County. So that when FCA or the governor wants information about water ecosystems, just take this app, do this, it will give you all water ecosystems in this county in the app. But what do you do with these phones? You don't even research with them. You download music. So you dance to that music for 4 hours. 4 hours. You call, hello, I need airtime. I need airtime. What is it? It is urgent. Airtime comes, bundles. My lips, your lips. Sasa hivi tu. Itakupea innovation idea. Then after that whole year, December reaches, you've not achieved anything. Hata kwenye ungeangalia hapa upate scholarship, hujaangalia, hujafikiria career, unaambia tu what you know. Me, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse. What does nursing entail? You don't know anything. If you come to me and you want help, my friend, there's a certain character in you. You go to your leaders, you want them to fund you with your ideas. You look at the business proposal, you're wondering, how do we go to an Google? So get to Google, you learn how to write a business proposal. You look at the idea, it's not even working. Are we together? Am I talking to somebody?
Yes.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
So you need to do research in your area. Now, if you have an idea about engineering, engineering alone has 50 areas. 50 areas in engineering alone. Because when it comes to computer, there's engineering. Medical, there's engineering. Software, there's engineering. And so many other fields in the world. So where do you want, which engineering do you want to do? You can only know that if you do research, just like Dr. told us. Are we together? So what are some of the things? What are you passionate about? Is it management? Is it science? Do you love mathematics and calculations? Would you like to join the hospitality industry where you do tourism, housekeeping, culinary skills? Are you in the creative arts, in music and acting? Do you like media? Do you have social skills, communication, and things like that? Or do you have to be in the technical category where you do motor vehicle, aviation, building and construction, and things like that? Or are you endowed with physical skills like Victoria, where you wake up in the morning, you go to E10, you practice for 6 months, then the next thing we hear, you won the London Marathon. They don't win those things by sitting like this. No, they train. It's about training. And you have a trainer. Are we together? So you can discover those areas. And lastly, in this section, This is what you do. You write 3 things. Number 1, what is your most desired career? And I want you to be honest about it. Don't say to daktari. No. You can do other things. You can even choose an area in agriculture. Are we together? You can choose an area in agriculture. You can have a poultry farm where people will come from South Africa to come and benchmark in your village. It happens. I'm not talking about stories. Are we together? So there's also the agriculture industry. Right now, people are complaining about seeds. The seeds we have are not good. And one of my friends in Mukura, she was telling me, scientists are back in the labs. They want to go back to traditional seeds. Because the more is causing more damage. Are we together? Now what's going on there? Seeds. So my dog is sick. There is no veterinary officer in Mali. I have to go to Kisumu and go to Mali. And people are here. They can be veterinary officers. Reliable veterinary officers. So the most desired career. Number 2, the second most desired career. And number 3, the third most desired career. Out of those 3, and you've researched and you've known, you've come up with 3 areas. Now you've launched applications on books. Alright? Because kuna kwanga na choice 1, choice 2, and choice 3. So that if you miss the first one, you can get the second one. If you miss the second one, you can get the third one. Are you together? I remember I didn't choose to go to university in high school because of peer pressure. Now there were girls who were telling us, my sisters in the university, they're just striking, always striking. You'll not feel it. So I didn't choose. When KCSE came, I had passed. I went to joint admissions board. That time was called JAB. I went to the University of Nairobi. I applied, I think somewhere in May. I got placement. I remember in my application, I chose 3 areas to do with languages. It was communication, it was linguistics, and then there was something else, environmental science, I think. And all my choices, I chose the University of Nairobi. Nowadays going to the University of Nairobi, it was so easy. But in your days, it's not, because they have increased the cut-off points compared to other universities. Are we together? So you launch your application online. Nowadays you can do everything online. Number 4, you need now to come up with what you call a career plan. A career plan. Career plan, Daktari already talked about it. Self-belief. Believing I was born for this. I was born for veterinary. There's a girl who comes to my house and she likes coming to ask me to clean for me, do this, and I pay her. She says she doesn't want anything else if it is not agribusiness. So we've agreed when the portal opens, we are applying for agribusiness. We've already identified colleges, 3 of them. So we will choose and where she'll be called ataenda huko. Even if time for revision comes, we will still choose that. I've already looked at her results slip and we realized she qualifies to be in that area. Are we together? So there's no point of saying you want to do medicine and you got a D in maths. Utakuwa daktari. So be realistic about that. So have self-belief. I always believe I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's what I believe. I can be anything so long as Jesus is with me. Number 2, identify a mentor. Please don't be a lone ranger. One problem with you young people, you pretend to be knowing so much. And there are people in your villages who have made it. You look at their lives, you admire them. They have cars, they have big homes, their children are doing well. And probably you are the neighbor. Every day you say, kuna madinasti na mahasela, sindio? Hawa ni madinasti. Madi? Mama dear, let me tell you. If you want to succeed, then walk where people have succeeded. And I realized it costs nothing. If I walk to Daktari's home one morning as a youth, 18-year-old, I said that, hey, wanangu nakataka nitakupieka nyasi dog. Si wote leo nikupieke. Atakata. And you are the neighbor. Daktari utakata. Unakuja unafanya usafi pale, unapota takataka. Ndio dog. Hapo unafanya atakuonyesha, you do the work. At the end of the day mwambi sasa toa kitu. Because you are looking for a connection. When you're looking for a connection, weka pesa mbali sana. Umesikia? Weka pesa mbali sana. Usiende huko naongea sasa nimemaliza ni vipi. Asipokulipa huyu daktari ni mtu mwovu sana. Hata kwenye hapana. You want a connection because you know mimi kwetu tunakulanga once a day. Lakini huyu jamaa ni profesa huko kwenye anafanya kazi. Kwa hivyo nifanyeje? Nitakuwa karibu na yeye. You show up. Kwa leo unaweza kupita fadhilio. Acha nikusaidie. Tusaidie. And you walk away. Once you make that connection, utasikia anasema, huyu kijana ni mzuri sana. Akikuwa na kitu kama, Jeremy, I need you here. Unaenda. Nikipinda hila, nafuta nakwambia, by the way, nimesikia scholarships huko kwetu. Si unaweza kuapply hii kitu. Si unaweza kwa, that is how you get mentors, that is how you get connections. Did you hear that? Yes. Be close to us. Be close to other people. Usiseme wazae, mzae ataniambia nini? If you think in that manner, imagine you will never make it. It will be difficult. Because these people have experienced what you're going through. So they have the answer. They can always tell you, Peter, fanya hii. Are we together? There's a boy who came to my house. He told me, I just want to be a news anchor. We just met in my church. So nikamwambia, okay, ulifanya form 4 lini 3 years ago. Tukaachana hivi. Tena, he followed me, he came to my house. Do you have work? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? I said, okay, fine. Another day he came, the boy was really crying. He said, in my home, people have never gone to school. If I go to college, I'll be the first one. I have nothing. So he was crying, he wants to do that. I told him, so this is how it is done. He didn't have that information. You did which year? Portal year when you walifanya years inafanyiwa hii mwezi, we applied. I gave him application, he applied. I'm not saying now you follow me to give you money. I don't have, but I can give you knowledge and experience. Apply. That boy, hata angetoka kama maybe ameogopa kuuliza fare, anatembea kutoka Sabati mpaka Sigalagala kupeleka application form. Anafika huko anaambia madam wanasema photocopy sina pesa, I sent him whatever I have. He applied. Nikamwambia it is difficult to begin. Ojoleo wanasemaga chaka. It is difficult to begin, but once you begin, you will proceed. Are you seeing? Akaingia tu mguu Sigalagala. The day he was going, he came to my house in the evening. Akaniambia, tomorrow I've got an admission, I'm going. Nikamwambia, so what is it? I checked in my house, nilikuwa na mekojikos to me. Nikamwambia ndio hii, nilikuwa imejaa gas. Nikamwambia kesho I'm going to buy you stationery. I bought him files, everything he needed, writing materials, pens, I gave him. Then nikampea mattress, nikakunja, yenye tulikuwa tunatumia, nikampea. I think I gave him a blanket or something. Akaniambia, thank you, madam. He went to Sigalagala. He is there. The other day he told me now he has funding. Alipata scholarship, they even overpaid. He has 20,000 shillings to cover next year. I realized it is self-belief. Huyu kijana kama hangeamini anaweza kuingia college, angebaki pale akisema madina sina hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Unanisikiza kweli? Kwa hivyo unahitaji kuwa na mentor ambaye atatembea na wewe. Huyu mentor kazi yake ni kukupatia ideas na kukufungua macho jinsi ya kufanya. Mentor hawezi kuwa somebody of your age. Hawezi. In fact, they'll not tell you to go to college. They'll always advise you to do contrary because you think the same way. So don't run away from us. We want you to be close to us. Isn't it? You want to be a nurse? Have you ever gone to Bali Hospital or to the clinic? And just spend time with them when it costs something. Watakuuliza. So you just go to a clinic and I'll be like, interest na hii kazi yenu. They will be willing. You'll find somebody to help you there to understand more. If you want to do banking, who has prevented you from going to Equity Mbale for a day to see how they do their things? Unaenda tu hapo kama customer. Unaangalia, so hawa ndio bank tellers. Alafu hapa ndani kuna kuanga na credit controllers. Hapa ndani kuna kuanga na manager. Hapa ndani, so unaingia hapo, unaenda hiyo first floor, unaangalia, unapanda huko juu, unaangalia kijana unataka nini? I wanted to apply for a loan. But you are studying. That is how you get information in the career that you want to have. Are we together? So we talked about research. And then 2 more points on that. You have a teachable spirit. I usually don't like dealing with young people who know everything. You want to tell him something, you mean najua, yeah, so okay, fine. Then you do because you know, isn't it? You have a teachable spirit is somebody that is willing to learn at any cost. At any cost. It's only that today I didn't come with Winnie. I go with Winnie everywhere. And Winnie listens to me. And I always tell her, you see how I do this? Yes. Have you learned how to make a presentation? Yes. This is how you open a speech. This is how you end. And I told her, when you go back to home again, after you have read, she's not even my relative. But then I'm not a believer of tribes. Because when you are a tribalist, you remain where you are. She's from Homa Bay. You go to begin. Are we together? So Namambia, when you go to Homa Bay, you told me you aspire to be a leader. This is how you help your people. When you're a leader, this is what you need to do. I have another student I'm mentoring in Joust. Juzi ameandika kitabu about politics of the day. He's called Wendy. Just a new boy. I met in Joust. He walked to me, he greeted me. Then he told me, where are you based? I told him, and he told me that, Doc, I think we need to be friends. I'm mentoring this boy. We met once, but we talk on WhatsApp. He tells me, Madam, he's a student leader. He tells me, I've been invited to go and inspire students. What am I supposed to do? I tell him, this is how it's done. Are you seeing? He told me, I have many ideas. I want to be a leader in Kenya. I told him, if you want to be a leader in Kenya, you need to read books on fathers of nations. Read about Nelson Mandela, read about Obama, read about Fidel Castro, read about Kenyatta. He told me, so which books are these? I gave him a list. Akimaliza, which other book can I read? Saizi amejua what is a political ideology. He is almost graduating. He knows what to do. That is called mentorship. You can't walk alone in the journey of careers if you don't have a what? And if you want to be a good mentee, you have a teachable spirit, and then on top of it, you have a positive attitude. But just as before you know it, team will be hotel. Sasa, how do I mentor a thief? I can't mentor a thief. Are you seeing? Yeah. Number 5. Skills, gifts, and talents. I'm now finishing off. Skills, gifts, and talents. Now, what is a skill? A skill is an ability that can be learned. An ability that can be learned. You can go to college to learn a skill. Like people go to TVETs. TVETs are about technical skills. So you go to TVET, you learn a skill in building and construction, in tailoring, in fashion design, in what do you call this? Hospitality and things like that. Are we together? Or You do apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is you attach yourself to somebody, but I don't encourage that. Go to TVET, learn a skill, get a diploma. Yesterday, I got very good news from Sabata Technical. It is a center of excellence. Have you heard of Sabata Technical? It is a center of excellence for training skills in digital skills. And they have a collaboration with the Ministry of ICT through the Ajira program. They are advertising right now. They are looking for an intake of 200 students that will learn for free in Sabatia, and they'll be trained in digital skills. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? And you're in discount. Have you ever walked to Sabatia Technical in Sabatia? Yeah, most of you want to go to Nairobi. Who's in Nairobi? Nairobi kuna tu watu wengi na bibi small. But opportunities are in the village. Ask me why I'm in the village. I'll be in Nairobi today. I have the ability, isn't it? But I'm in the village and I know what I'm doing here. I'm helping people in the communities. Go to Sabata Technical. Take this number. This person is called Amgune. I think he's the dean or something. He's the one who told us this information. I want some of you to call him, walk there, apply. They said they have 200 spaces. They have only filled 50. I want 50 from Jebkoyai. Go there, be trained in digital skills, because the government has launched digital programs in every county. We want people, because we are now in a digital nation. Paperless work. Are we together? That's where we are moving. 0727 66 5238. It's called Mr. Abdune. Apply. Because he told us yesterday, this is information I got yesterday. He told us in Wodanga. I'm sure youth in Wodanga will do that. Now, skills are many. And if you want to know you have a skill, I just want to list a few, and then you place yourself. All right? We have what you call negotiation skills. These are people, if they have a business proposal, they can negotiate until they get somebody to fund it. This person has negotiation skills. Analytical skills. You look at things and you give the best advice regarding that thing. Leadership skills. You realize that you can mobilize people in groups and tell them something and they can do it. You have leadership skills. Computer skills. Communication skills. Problem-solving skills. Even in your homes. Parent talk anajua Judy, ukimwambia hii atasolve. Lakini huyu mato hawezi hii. So you have a skill in problem solving. Interpersonal skills. You are sociable. You can interact with people. You can form networks. Team working skills. Presentation skills like what I'm doing now. Oral skills. These are verbal skills. You talk and people can listen to you without blinking. Then you have mental skills, the ones I said the introverts have. Ability to think and offer solutions. And most of academicians, those of us who have chosen to be academics, we have high capacity of mental skills because we write research papers, we publish, and people can read our work and get solutions. Are we together? We also have technical skills, like skills to do with your hands, all right? To do with your hands. Sculpturing, molding, carpentry, mechanical, building, electricals, plumbing, tailoring, catering, and so on. Are we together? I saw on the news a man in Kampani. He does what you call moldings. He's not an architect, but if you want straight lines of pillars on your house with as a unit construction, you don't go to. Do you know you can master how to do tiling? You've used 1 hour to do this. Yes. MCA, you are looking for somebody to do tiling. I have a perfect person here. And you imagine just tiling houses will make money more than someone who is in a profession. Because tiling, just doing tiling on the floor, people are building houses every. We need plumbers we need people to roof Sasa umepata D+, unasema you are useless. You're not useless. You can go and learn as you can. Then we have gifts and talents. These are special abilities. Are you with me? Ama nimewapoteza? Are you following me? These are special abilities. Now, special abilities are inborn. Ile kitu unajua hata hujafunzwa na mtu, but you're very good at it. Do you know that one? You can make a living out of it. Because people are saying there are no jobs, isn't it? You can create your job. And don't rely that the nation and the government will give funds. No. Even youths in developed countries don't think like that. The government does their part, isn't it? The government has its own programs, but you as an individual, do you have your program? Do you have your plan? So if you have gifts and talents, you can use them. In fact, you can be an engineer, but on the side, you love photography. Do you know that? That's a gift. Ukipiga picha hivi, mtu anaangalia anasema, huyu jamaa his kids they on a skill kama hii. Are we together? And then if you realize you have a gift and a talent, what you do, you enhance and look for information. For example, you have a talent in drawing images. You check the internet to see the latest technology in drawing good images. So you better your special ability day and night. These special abilities can be artistic, can be technical, can be mental, can be physical, and they can be social gifts. For example, music, playing tennis, playing basketball, playing football, painting, writing. Like I have a student in KAFUCO, he's a writer. He wins awards in Africa every year just out of writing poems, athletics, and things like that. Are we together? Daktari already talked about net standards, so I will not dwell on that. For you to join Activate, if you scored below C+, then you can join Activate, isn't it? But if you get a C+, you have a C+ and above, prepare yourself to join an institution of higher learning. The secret of getting placed in your dream course, because I see so many youths in Vihiga, you do a course that you don't love because you applied to go to Egerton, you want KU, you want Nairobi. Those universities, they have very high cutoff points. So you can have an A-, but because you chose to do medicine at the University of Nairobi, and the cutoff points are for A-plane, you miss out on your dream career. This is what you do. Don't be afraid to apply in other universities like KAFUCO. Are you with me? I'm not doing marketing, but that is how you become strategic. Think of KAFUCO, think of MUST, think of Kibabi. It is the same curriculum, it is the same degree, nobody will discriminate you. Even when you want to do your master's, people will not ask, were you in KAFUCO or Kibabi, we cannot admit you. Whether you want to go abroad, nobody will say you were in KAFUCO or Kibabi or MUST. No, they don't care. They care about your grade at the end of the degree program. Are we together? So kama umepata C+, and you want to do IT, just apply in KAFUCO. The cutoff points are very low. If you want to do nursing, just apply in KAFUCO. Nursing in KAFUCO has one of the lowest cutoff points. Because you can say you want to go to KU, and the cutoff points are, unaweza chukua moja UON, lakini hizi zingine chukua kwa universities around you. Sawa? Kama unataka sana kwenda Nairobi, you will go to Nairobi to practice your career. Sawa? For now, what is important, you want to acquire knowledge. You are in the knowledge acquisition period. Sawa? Then I want to talk about, lastly now, financial management. Financial management. Because I'm talking to people who are joining university. They are going to join colleges. You need to manage your finances. Such that you don't sleep hungry. You don't keep calling for airtime. You don't keep calling us for bundles. But you are generating money. If you're going to get help, the first thing you do, if you're going to get, let's say, 15,000, it's put in your account like this. Think of a business idea. Think like an entrepreneur. You're on campus, study the environment. See, what business can I do to make an extra coin for me to use help as my capital, so that I don't go to Mr. Dodo all the time, give me money. Sasa atakupea pesa, ile kwanza anatoa wapi pesa? Are we together? Think of a business idea. Think of a project that you can do when you're studying on campus or in college and at home. There are so many projects you can do, my dear sons and daughters. I was just telling students in KAFUCO the other day, though they are fighting, I was telling them, if I were you guys, I will sell unga on campus. Akinauza unga too. Kwani what does it cost? Nandi is just next. I buy 5 gorgoros, I buy tins, I measure, I put in plastic bags, Nambia comrades, 50. And I know I'm making a profit of 20 shillings. Are you with me? Some of you have skills for plating, isn't it? Usifike campus, college, wewe unataka kwenda out, kukunywa pombe na kuleweshwa na wanaume, ukiwaitisha pesa, hiyo pesa haina faida kwako, because pesa ya ukahaba haitakujenga, haitakufaidi. Pesa umelala na mtu anakupatia, haiwezi kukupa faida yoyote. Show me a prostitute who has built mansions from her prostitution money. Show me them. Are they there? Show me. I want you to show me. And they have made it. And they live good lives. Fulfilled lives. Hakuna hata mmoja. Ndio ukimpata kama anashakuwa mzee anakuambia all is right. Are we together? So you have skills for kufanya nini? Kushuka. Shuka wasichana wenzako. Unataka kushuka? Salon wanachaji 500. Wewe unachaji ngapi? 300. Weekend ukishuka vichwa 5 for 300 shillings. Hiyo ni pesa ngapi? 3 times 5 is how much? 1,500 free money, tax free. Even KRA will not discover what you're doing. Sio ni pesa. Unaangalia hivi hao watu wanapenda smokies. Go to Hetias, buy smokies, come to your room, fry the smokies, enda kwa tuck shop na hotpot, weka pale mwambie niuzi. Are you with me? Wewe unajua kunyoa watu, si ndio? So unajua kunyoa watu. Tengeneza kakitu mahali, nunua mashini ya kunyoa. Comrades wanakuja kunyoa wanakupa 20 shillings. Are you with me? Can you look for the skills that you have? Men who are here, over the weekend, usipike campus, umepewa help, unaenda kulewa nayo. Na kwenu, kuna choo ya matope, inakungojea wewe uende ujenge hiyo choo. Umefika college unataka kulewa. Kuonyesha watu vile wewe ni ninja. Vijana walio wanapenda kufanya hiyo sana. I was in campus, they used to do that. And most of the drunkards were doers. Kikuyus were doing business. Wanalewa, somebody and a shout, a man from Bungoma is shouting on top of his voice in the middle of the night. Instead of getting A's. Graduation is not on the graduation list. Parents are coming, Umanu amekata pass. Pass is the lowest of the lowest at the university. Well, unajua you are in need. This is your free time, tafuta jobs, manual jobs that can earn you 200, 500, 300. Ingia kama ukomusi, unaenda kwa hizo estate hapo milimani, unaambia I usually do slashing of the core. Tengeza flyers, advertise, weka kwa post useme the best planner in town, lawn mower in town. Unapata kazi over the weekend. Ukislash compound ya huyu, unamaliza kwa demo anakuanga na machines. Unamwambia kwa day ni ngapi? 500 ama 400 unapata. Tena kesho unaenda kwa mwingine during your free time. Alafu una balance na kwenda darasa. Unafika college unasema hendi nimelipia ngapi? Kamera ni pesa ngapi? Kamera mzuri ni pesa ngapi? Unanunua kamera. Unaanza kupiga watu picha. Zipata wazao tunaambia unakaa poa, si ni watu wange kamoja. Unatuanga kamoja 50, 100. Hiyo si ni pesa. Utasumbua watu ukiitisha pesa. Utalala njaa. Shida yetu ni moja. Tukifika campus, we forget where we came from. Unataka kutembea hivi na makucha marefu looking for sponsors. Tutatoka kuonekana ile wakati wanione nikiwa chini. People who are making money in this world wanachafika. In the morning I was on my farm. I left workers there. I've told them what to do. Nalima, in fact, if I want to smoke mahindi, I take a day in the evening. Nalima, ukinipata kwa hizi jua I teach in the university, you can't. Because I don't know if I need to go there. You see the word or I'm not. I don't know what's happening. Are you together? Are we together? Yes. Umepata hela, chukua hela. 3. Nunua vifaranga ngapi? 15. Uko college lakini naambia mama nitunzie hizi kuku. Zinafika mahali karibu unafanya mtihani, hakuna pesa. Kuku moja ni pesa ngapi? 600, 700. Ukiuza kuku 20, hiyo ni pesa ngapi? Kuku 20 at 700 is how much? Calculate that. 14,000. Mtu mwenye anafanya BEd, you only need 40,000 per year to pay your fees. Are you with me? I've been looking for seedlings of indigenous trees. In this county, there is no youth with a nursery bed who can send me seedlings. Nimepata mama mwingine alikuwa anafanya banki huko Kisumu, ananiambia niende Homa Bay huko. Sio Homa Bay huko, Siaya. Aende aniuzie indigenous trees. Usiora. And she's telling me 350 per city. And you're here, you cannot make a seed bed and grow kayabo. It is now raining. You just go Mukidao, take water, you water. Unaweka unasema 10. Pesa inaingia kwa mfuko. In fact, hii is free. You just need a capital of 500 to begin such a business. Uko hapa wewe ni mwanaume, uko na miti ngapi kwenu? Yenye saa hii utakata miti 3, unaingia college next year. Nani kuna miti hapa? Lakini kulewa number 1. Tena ile ya tena. Imagine how old are you? 24. Oh, I'm talking to people here. No, we are jokers. Even me. Nowadays, I love you when I check. I don't get this. I do some consultancies. I get. Are you sick? Yeah. Kama unajua unataka kujoin college September, January this year ungekuwa umeanza project. Mko na smartphones. Nimewatokesha hapa nikawaambia mnaangalia kuna hii smartphone. Unaweza kwenda hapa Mbale, upige viatu picha na uweke kwa status and you tell people I'm selling these shoes. Unaanza biashara bila capital. Mtu anakuingo, sio ni ngapi? Hii ni 1,500, lakini naweza kupea na 1,200. Deliver to me. Unakimbia Kisumu, you get those shoes. Unamletea, unamwambia delivery fee ni 100. Na anafanya nini? nini? Nanunua, unapata 200 on top. Hiyo ni pesa. Lakini wasichana siku hizi masponsor. They believe if you're in a relationship, the man should buy you airtime, should buy you a phone, should make your hair, should buy you chips and chicken. They don't know. You can actually do those things on your own and you still get a man who says, huyu ako na degree, amefanya masters, huyu ndio nataka. Kwa sababu huyu nitaweka kwa boma. Nitasafiri niende South Africa atalinda hii boma. Watoto wangu they will not suffer. Men are looking, serious men are looking for women who are independent. They can make decisions whether they are there or not. Because they know my children are safe if I put this one in the home. Which kind of woman are you? And when you are thinking like that, there are women in this Kenya who are doing business, they are paying their rent, they are buying cars, they are building houses, they are investors. When investors are meeting for a meeting, these women are there. And they make decisions. I'm not saying, it's a woman with her brain. Are you with me? Yes. Now, when you make that money, I've given you just a few ideas. This is how you use money. This is how you create wealth. Listen to me. You have 10,000 shillings. This is how you manage money. You have 10,000 shillings. Me, I'm a Christian. And I know this principle works. 10,000 shillings, 10% belongs to God. Take it, put it in an envelope, you take it to church. You finish with God, you say, God, thank you. I didn't know I can make such money. You've given me ability to do it. I'm grateful. Expand my territories. And you give to the church. You have how many? 9,000. Isn't it? Out of 9,000, you do what we call paying yourself. Paying yourself. Paying yourself does not mean you go to Kisumu and buy the best shoe that you ever dreamt of to put on. Paying yourself means you've identified something you want to do. You take 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%, whatever percent you want to pay yourself, because you're very important. You invest that money. You've given God 10, you pay yourself. So you invest that money. If you are plating people, unaonanga shida yenye hauna ni blow dry. Unanunua blow dry. Sasa hii blow dry itakuletea faida. That is what you mean by paying yourself. So you invest the 25% of this money, and then this money circulates in your and it continues multiplying because you put it in a place that brings you profit. That is what it means by paying yourself. At this age, you have no business buying a shirt worth 1,000 shillings. You are not money makers. You are not earning money. You are not employed. Okay? We start buying that after wealth has multiplied. That is the time we say, mtumba no more. Sasa umefika kiwango. Sawa sawa? Mimi ni wabata shoes. You go to Bata, you buy those clothes. That time it means you have made it. Are we together? It means you have made it. But before you make it, please go to Mbale. Tafuta katishati kazuri ka 150, trouser nzuri ya 200, vaa hiyo. Msichana, wacha kusema fashion, wachana mambo ya fashion. Fashion does not attract good men. Alright? Yes. So you buy, you live within your means. When you are in campus, live within your means. When you are in college, live within your means. Wacha kufika huko na copy watoto wako. How much they have made. Their fathers are doctors, engineers, they can afford. Your father is a noble, your mother is a noble. So it is you to make it or not to make it. So you look for a project to invest that money. And then number 3, unaweka pesa. Have the culture of saving. When you get 100 shillings, at this age, ensure 50% of that money is going to savings. Sawa. Nyinyi wote mko na ID, si mko na ID? Nini imekuzuia kwenda Kakamega Stima Sacco na kufungua account ya Sacco upeleke pesa huko kila mwezi? Minimum is just 1,000 shillings. So unaweza kuweka pesa, unakuwa unaweka pesa kwa Sacco kila siku depending on your source of funding and the project that you're doing. Unajua tu mwisho wa mwezi, hii mwezi ikifika lazima nikuwe na 3 ya kuweka kwa Sacco. Sio bank. I don't advise you to put money in the bank. Because a bank utaweka 3,000, ukirudi after 2 weeks iko 2,700. We are done kwa unajua watu wamejipia pesa. Because they need to maintain your account. Sawa. So unaweka pesa kwa Sacco. Identify a Sacco that's doing, like Stima Sacco is doing so well. We have Kenya Police Sacco in Kakamega is doing well. Mwalimu Sacco will not accept you because you don't have a background in teaching. They only accept teachers and pay and relatives of teachers. So ukiwa na hiyo project unafanya nyumbani ya unahakikisha nimeweka target mwisho wa mwezi 3,000 naweka kwa Sacco. Ukiwa unaweka kwa Sacco, kila mwaka kwa Sacco kuna kitu inaitwa dividends. Ikiwa umefikisha 100,000, dividends is usually 10 to 15% of what you saved. So ukiwa umeweka 100,000, kila mwaka unapata 10,000, na pia wanaangalia your saving culture, unaweza chukua ka loan na ukafanya project kubwa sana ya kuendeleza kimaisha. Huyu ni mtu hangojei serikali mpe kazi. Huyu ni mtu amejua yeye ni nani anataka kufanya hii biashara. Are we together? That is how it is. Whatever money you get, ensure a good percentage goes to savings. Ya mwisho sasa najua nimeweka sana. Kuna kitu inaitwa campus relationships. Young men, I've already reviewed to you what you can do with finance. Unapata kijana wa mtu, yeye ndo analipia msichana rent, anamnunulia gas, analipa chakula, anamwambia tokens, na huyu, this a guy you are not married to. Why are you being a husband to a lady that is not married to you? Give me the answers, I'm asking you. Hiyo ni njia moja ya kuharibu pesa, especially the young ones. Babe, sina airtime. Babe, unajua bundles zimeisha. Babe, gas imeisha. Tell her call your father at home to finance you. Why not your husband? That is one way that you waste money. And then if you watch her, you want to commit suicide. Sindio? Tunajua nimeinvest kwako. It's me or nobody else. Unataka kumuua. And you did it voluntarily. Alikuforce kumlipia rent. You had the ability to say no. Hiyo pesa unalipa kwa hapo kasichana, kuanzia leo tafuta project, fanya kazi na hiyo pesa, ikufanye uwe one of the business people in this community. Who is the sawa. Stop wasting money. You invest in a woman that you have married. Are you with me, boys? Yes. Not boys, young men. Yes. You invest in a woman that you have married. And if you are dating, mpeleke kahawa, nunua chai, mandazi, samosa. Good. Our Valentine's was great. Are you with me? Don't finance somebody's daughter. I've seen it happening to young men. He's broken. Anasema wanawake ni wabaya. Women are very good creatures. They are so beautiful. But when you are done with your studies, umeona kandege mahali, unaona huyu nikiweka kwa boma atatunza mali yangu. Sio kuangalia physical features, kifua kubwa, huko nyuma ni kubwa, hiyo ndio unataka. Hiyo vitu haiwezi ikatunza watoto na kukulelea watoto. Tunaoana kwa sababu tunataka kizazi. Sitaki
Sitaki kizazi ya kisindi kubwa, nataka kizazi ya madaktari, architects, na ni huyu mwanamke atanisaidia kuraise hawa watoto. Are you with me? Yes. So don't waste money on people's daughters in college. College is a phase called knowledge acquisition phase, not husband acquisition phase, wife acquisition phase. When you go to college, don't focus on getting married. College relationships don't work. Only 5% do. Tuko na alumni yetu ya 205 ya UON. Only 3 couples are together. So a population of 1,000 people. Are we together? Yeah. Ladies, men are not ATM machines. Don't go to college. Mwanaume anakuambia, let's stay together. It's called cohabiting. Tukae na wewe to reduce costs. Utapata mimba, daktari itaishia hapo. Kwanza unapata mimba, wewe unaenda nyumbani, unasikia after 1 year amegraduate na credit. Distinction. Wewe ungangana na mtoto. I see things on campus. I feel sorry. So you ask her, so this pregnancy is for who? It's for James. James anatoka wapi? Kisi wapi? Hata sijui yake madam sijui. Imagine somebody making you pregnant and you don't even know their village, you don't know their parents, you don't know their sublocation, you don't know anything. And you are pregnant. Very sad affair. Tulizika msichana KAFUCO. I'm now in. Huyu msichana, kumbe she was procuring an abortion. I remember because I was a warden, I was a hostel warden, and I was involved in the arrangement. I cried. This girl was coming from Busia. Tukaenda kuona kwao. Aki, nyumba ya nyasi, kwa hiyo nyasi ndio sitting room, ndio jikoni, ndio bedroom. Mtoto alikuwa anafanya IT. Imagine. Lost opportunity. Huyu ndo msichana angejengea mamake Mungu. Anakufa second year. Na kijana alimpea mimba, si anaendelea. That's how bad it can get. And these things I'm telling you are not stories. These are realities. Please go to college and learn. Ladies, are you hearing me? Yes. Yesterday hiyo kesi ilikuwa bado, kumbe hiyo kesi bado inaendelea. Msichana wa Moi University, medical student. Sijui Wangeshi. Kaboi kanampea pesa, kanabadilika tio, sasa amefika Sofia. This boy came from all the way from Thika with an axe. Alingoja huyo msichana anatoka practicals hospitali, alimkatakata hapa. A whole doctor. You know what it takes to train as a doctor? 6 good years. 5 years uko class. 1 year unaenda internship. Unapata kazi the 7th year. Imagine